First off, fellas, congratulations on the big win. We'll go ahead and just jump into some questions, and I'll let you start.
Yeah, first of all, Reese, 150 yards total offense, pair touchdowns. What were you seeing out there tonight?
Coach Carthel told us from the jump, come out there and play fast. And, that's what I did, and I applied it to the field.
Yeah. Mike, forced fumble, touch, this, scoop and score. Yeah. How would you? I guess what were you seeing on those plays?
Man, everything that we've seen in practice with the scouts, giving us that look that Sul Ross was giving you, RTV. Coach Moose, Coach Rogers, all the defensive coaches just putting us all in the right positions. I mean, it was nothing new. We've seen it all week in practice, and it was just a surreal night.
How do you guys feel like this game can serve as like a confidence booster or whatever going forward?
It can serve us a lot, Just like he was saying, go out there and practice every day, give it your all your effort, and coming off that win, we just want to keep winning.
Yeah. How about you?
I say every game was a confidence boost, even the losses that we took the first two games, and we just gonna use this and keep pushing. Coach Carthel always says that we always behind, so we always keep that chip on our shoulder, and no matter the opponent, we gonna go out there and play the SFA way.
How would it feel to get back home, and how were you able to feed off the home crowd?
It was great, being able to play at home. You got your crowd, they on your side. Not only is they on your side, your teammates on your side, and it's just a great feeling.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It's always a blessing to play at home at Bryce, knowing that the fans gonna bring it every time. Student section got the purple haze that's always gonna show out. And you just got a whole lot of family and Nacogdoches natives in the stands. It's just amazing.
How long do you celebrate this until moving on to the next one?
We pretty much on to the next game already.
Yeah.
We got to prepare, move on from this game, and get ready for our next game.
Yeah.
Good. Awesome, fellas. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right. Well, just good to get in the win column, and really appreciate the way the guys played. Great crowd showed up for the home opener, and the Purple Haze, that record freshman class, they were there and loud and proud. And so it was just a great environment, beautiful weather, beautiful night for some football out here in the piney woods of East Texas. But pleased the way we came out and set the tone early, and I thought put the game out of hand just methodically without any crazy plays. Second quarter it got a little wild and had some defensive touchdowns, which is good to see. But all in all, just really pleased to play a cleaner game. Shutout. Those don't happen every day, and that's a team stat. That's not just defense. That's offense, taking care of the football in field position, those type of things. So all in all, really good team win for the Lumberjacks.
Yeah, Coach, held to one touchdown second half. What attribute that to?
One touchdown in the second half. I tell you what, they let me call plays. I guess that maybe, I was going to say it was you calling plays, but no, we shortened the second half.
Yeah.
Just game was out of hand, and those guys got a long ride back to Alpine, Texas. Lee Hayes, the head coach here at Sul Ross, he does a great job. He's new coach and got a younger team, and they're playing hard, but get that thing over with, and let's move on to the next one.
Well, and how important was it to get some of your backups and third stringers in there?
Oh, that's huge. I mean, that's their Super Bowl. It was only whatever it was, 16 minutes of second half football, and we were milking that clock every snap. But those guys, their parents are here to see them play too, and that may be their only chance to play this year. And so that's where right there at the end, Braden Lewis, Dangerfield as we call him, that guy's our only scout team tailback, and he does so much for this team, and everybody wanted to get him in the end zone, and I thought he was in, and marked him down. I gave him one more try, and we mishandled the snap, and I said, I'd nail it. We're not going to score under a minute left, but wanted him to get one just because all he does for the team. But really pleased with how the guys finished, and it was a clean second half. Didn't have any substitution errors, and when the score gets out of hand like that, this is the guy that doesn't enjoy it because you're worried you're going to have 10 or 9 men on the field with a special teams unit. But really pleased with the way the guys stayed locked in and finished.
And obviously your defense not only pitched that shutout, but got a couple of defensive touchdowns. Like how big is that for that?
It was big. We've been so close. The Houston game, they played really well, had 7 3-and-outs against Houston. But we had 2 interceptions that we just let go through our hands. One was a pick six, and we didn't make those game-changing plays. And almost kind of the same thing there there at ACU. And so it was good to see them capitalize and make the big play, create some turnovers. I don't know where we ended up on the turnover margin, but I don't think we turned it over, and they had, 3 or 4, and so it was good. I think they had negative 42 or negative 45 yards at halftime, so that was good. What wasn't was, we had, I think, 75 yards in penalties on defense in the first half. I mean, gave them 5 first downs, 2 PIs, 2 face masks, and then a roughing the punter. And so that was aggravating, just because you breathe life into them. But all in all, they played hard every snap, made up for those mistakes, and kept the shutout intact.
And obviously, coming off those 2 losses, like, how big does this win serve, like, kind of like as a confidence booster to the team?
Well, it is. Our message this week was just focus on us. We knew, we were the bigger fish in this one, and we should win. And so that was really our focus, is not to worry about who we're playing. Let's focus on us. We felt like, we let one get away from us last week with some self-inflicted stuff. And I still give credit to Abilene Christian. They won the game. They played cleaner than we did. And so we were really, concentrating this week to clean things up. And we were able to go out and do that. We weren't, as y'all well know, we weren't full strength. We had 8 first-day starters that didn't play tonight. And no, those guys weren't held out. They were banged up and hurt. And so for us to go out and play and dominate the way we did with 8 first-day starters on the bench, that was good to see. And so you're getting some of those guys that are going to have to step up with injuries, getting more and more reps, and I think more and more confidence moving forward into the meat of the schedule.
Yeah, and then you talked about the crowd. Like, were you able to feed off the crowd tonight?
You can just feed off the energy and the atmosphere, just all day, seeing all the students out there tailgating and their tents set up, and then the band getting out there, and just everything set up, and the stadium's decorated, and everything's ready for game day. And it was a beautiful day, and it's Saturday. You live for game day, and so this was our first one at home. It's September 13th, finally got our first home game, and so everybody was excited to play at home. Homer Bryce is special, and you've got to take pride in how you play at home and winning at home, and we've done a good job with that over the years, so it's good to get this season off to a good start here at home.
And I asked your players, but, like, how long can you celebrate this win for?
Oh, well, I think there's a 24-hour rule, for players and coaches, head coaches. You get to celebrate about as long as you shake a hand out there. As soon as you shake the other guy's hand, now you're worried about getting everybody where they're supposed to be, sing the school song, making out. I mean, that's why this has grown so much. You age in dog years as a head coach, but I told the team, enjoy it, because football games are hard to win. You got to embrace and enjoy wins. Let's make championship decisions tonight, take care of our bodies tomorrow, you get some rest, and we got a really good Cal Poly Mustang team coming in here next week. They'll be 2-1 and really good team out of the Big Sky. So it'll be a big game next week.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate you joining us.
Appreciate it. Excellent.